Hi again, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be sorting out this carburetor from my Stihl KM94 RC Combi powerhead. I'm going to be stripping it down, cleaning it with some carb spray and some compressed air, and I'm going to be fitting a new carb kit as well. So I better get on with it. So for a start, I'll take off this part here. So now I've undone them, I'm going to take that piece off, and that comes off with that, like so. So there we have it. I'll just put that to the side at the moment because I'll take all the bits out I need to, because I want to give it a clean with some carburetor cleaner and blow it out with the airline, and then yeah, all should be good. So I am going to take that top piece off. I'm not sure I really need to, but I'm going to, just in case there's any muck or anything in the throttle mechanism and that. Where I see there. So I'll just pull that through so I can give everything a real good clean and then fit the new kit. So I'll just undo that. Well, there's two there. There's one there. There's one there. So it just part like so, and there actually was a little bit of grass in there, I think. Yeah, there was something in there. So yep, so it's worth taking that off. So yeah, now I can clean all that out. This part is where most of it, well, where all the sort of diaphragm bits and everything are. So let's take the 4 screws out. Take it apart bit by bit. We've got a cap like that for a start. You know where that fits because you've got two little bits there, like so. Put that down there. Then we have got the diaphragm. So I'll just peel that off to show you, like that. So always remember, sort of bigger metal bit. It's a bit that. There's a bit in the middle there that pushes on the well, to lift your needle valve up. I'll peel that off. Then you've just got a gasket, which will come off like so. Another little hole there so you know where that is. All pretty straightforward. And then the other side, you have this more sort of plasticky type one, which fits there. So, and then there's another gasket under there, and that's it. You've got a little bit of gauze in there, and yeah, we'll get this cleaned out. I'm gonna just undo that little screw now. So now we have that little screw right there to undo. I'll just get that undone, and watch this, hold that in with your thumb like that, because there's a little tiny spring in there and you don't want that pinging so you lose it. So just undo that, and then just carefully let it just fall out, and there's that spring right there. So now I need to get a little bit of gauze out in there because I'm sure there's probably a new piece to replace that in the kit. I haven't looked yet, but just get a pick like so and just hook it and lift it out. And that in there is quite a bit of gunk in there. Be a lot of my trouble. Well, it weren't running very good. So if you look in there, this is a particularly mucky one. There's loads of fluff type stuff in there. So yeah, that's well, there's loads. Look at that. Don't think I've ever seen one as bad as that. Yeah, this is actually one of the worst ones I've seen. If you look at all that sort of fluff in there, loads in there. So yeah, I'm gonna get that cleaned out and then be back with you. Well, I'm going to clean this out now, and firstly I'm just going to blow that, where all that muck was, out with the airline for a start. Just to get the worst out. I think this part was okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just put a bit of carb cleaner on it now. So now I'm going to give this carb a clean with the carb spray, and I've put a glove on because I don't want carb spray on my hands, and also put safety glasses on because yeah, this stuff, if you get it in your eye, it does sting. So now I'm going to give this just a spray down. Go for all the little bits the best you can. Come through the back, I could fear that. That's why you need safety glasses on, because sometimes when you put it in one of them holes, it'll spray out of a hole that comes straight towards your face. So yeah, not nice. I think that's the other one to there, yeah, where the needle valve goes. With this particular one, I am just going to get a little soft brush and just go over the top there, because there's a bit of like gasket and that stuck there. It's a bit better. So yeah, I'd say that's good enough on that bit. This one there isn't so much, because it's just, well, there isn't so much. That bit's where everything sort of goes on to. This is more of the sort of the throttle body really on this particular carb. Yep, that's nice and clean. I'm going to put a bit on this throttle body as well. Yeah, just give it a spray. This is going to be okay really, so I'm not going to go over the top too much on this. So now what I'm going to do is just go over with the airline. So what I generally do now is just put it to the side. I'll get rid of this here actually. Just put it to the side or put it on there. And then going to have a cup of tea and a break for 5-10 minutes just to let it dry itself off. Then I can come back, fit it back together with no gloves. So now I'm going to get this throttle body, well that's what I call it, a throttle body, back into place into the block of the carb. And then I'm just going to put the 2 screws in. So let me get a screwdriver. There wasn't no gasket or anything on there or anything, it's just the plastic straight onto there, as I showed you earlier. Make sure they're tight. And now we can start building the other part up and get this thing done. So now I'm going to put this bit of gauze back in that goes into there. How I do that is just sort of, I've cleaned it out. I just give that a blast with the carb cleaner and give a bit of a blast with the airline. And then just get a drill bit, make sure it's clean on the end. Already done on this. I've flattened it out a little bit, which is, so it means I've got to sort of try and put it in like so. Yep, so that's in there all good. So now we can get the rest of it together. So now it's to the trickiest bit really. I've put the spring in place already, just in where it should go, just there. And the needle valve is in as well, I'll put that in. So we just have this bit there. So I'm just gonna go straight for it and hook that under the needle valve and on top of the spring. Slightly off the spring. It's just clicked in place. Try to show you that like that, because I've got to put the screw in still. Just hold it, and then I've got the screw on a magnetic screwdriver, which helps a little bit. Got it started, and then just tighten that up. Just fully tighten that up now. And yeah, now that's done. If you see like that, it's all moving as it should be, and that's done. So it's just getting it back together now. So what I've just done is, yeah, put all that needle valve and everything in, and I did the bit of gauze the other side. So yeah, go on to the next step. Yeah, the big nut there is only there because I wanted to hold the carb level when I rested the spring in place, because if not, it would have just gone down like that and it kept falling out. That's the only reason that nut was there. I didn't want to confuse you. So now what I'm going to do is put this bit back on. I've already put a gasket on there, not on the other side yet because I need to do this one first. And I'm going to put this on top as well. This is like the plasticky one, and you'll see where they all fit because you can see everything sort of matches up. So then will be in that hole there, so I'll fit that all into place, and you can feel it lock in them little dowels, little locator bits. Then we've got that gasket goes on there like so. Remember that bigger bit goes down. Sort of indicates that anyway by the shape of it all. That piece goes on top there like so. Just going to lower it on the bench a little bit now just to put the screws in. Just put two in diagonally for a start. Get them nipped up a bit. Yeah, and then just put the last one in there. Just tighten these up. Don't have to be silly tight. I never interfered with any of the fuel adjustments on this because before it threw up the problem, it was fine. So I wasn't going to interfere with any of that. Got one in. Should show you there's one in there, but I didn't interfere with anything on that because if I need to I can, but if it had have come out I possibly could have took that out to actually clean in there, but yeah, I decided to leave it. Usually I don't mess around with the fuel adjustment screws unless I have to. Sometimes it's just a carb that's dirty, so you clean it out and it'll be fine. If you start messing around with the screws, you've got to readjust everything up. Sometimes there's just no point messing around with it. It just causes you more work and time. But you can see now they're all tight. Double check them. Yep, I'm just going to put that bit of pipe back on. Just back on there. Down there. And here is the kit I had to order for it. That's the number. Genuine Stihl. That's that number for this particular carb. Don't know on some of the KM94s whether they do a different carb or not. Some machines, they can be the same model but run different carbs. But this actually is a Zama carb. That's a Zama. And I might have shown you earlier, but I can't remember now. But that's the number of the carb as well. So I hope this video has helped you. And yeah, it's not too bad to do. Just watch you don't ping that little spring, because if your kit doesn't come with a spare spring and everything, then you're going to be in trouble and you're going to be crawling around in the shed or garage or whatever trying to find it. So just be careful, and if you do it sort of how I did it, yeah, you should be okay. Just take your time. But yeah, that's all done now, all clean. Should be good to go. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video again soon. So bye for now.